Stan Shunpike donation in the Blade stream archive just as Stan Shunpike enters this particular stream. And Stan says drunk driving should be legal if we didn't live in a communist country. That's true. I saw some counter signaling to this so-called drunk driving. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this, all right? You know what I do every single time I drive with my... Every single time. It's in Wisconsin, we call it road soda, okay? You think I'm some kind of fat fuck that wants to drink fucking Coca-Cola and fucking Pepsi all day, every day, like some kind of fucking retarded fat slug? That, oh, let me just chug all this pure sugar water into my veins? It's disgusting. It's unbecoming. What do we do in Wisconsin? We just take the beer. The cops can't see into your windshield like that. The Peter Thiel Palantir surveillance technology has not gotten to this point yet to where they can binocular and see what is exactly in this silver can that is in your center console. It's a Diet Coke for all they know. Okay? And when you pick up your Diet Coke and the cops are driving by, you go like this. You go, oh, it's my Diet Coke. That's a good Diet Coke. And you set it back into the center console where the only thing you're only seeing like this. This is where you see the top of a can. If these goddamn communists, they want to do this to us and they want to take away our rights and our freedom, you should have some kind of, like, put a bump on the top of this or something is what they should do, but they don't. And frankly, I don't think they could afford to do it differently anymore because things are a little hectic out there right now with this economical situation. So that's how we do it in Wisconsin. You go like this. Oh, my Diet Coke. And you just cover all this up with your hand, you know. Another strong thing. I'm very fortunate in my car to have this. Not every car has it, but I have a cup holder. I feel like it's really Wisconsin pilled. I don't even know why else they would do this. But in my car, I have a cup holder inside the driver's side door. So in the driver's side door, you have this little like pocket or this little whatever you want to call it, this little indent where usually I throw my bills so I can remember to read them later and see how much I have to pay or whatever. I stuff all that down there, but then there's just a little, it's all like this angular rectangle thing, and then there's a circle there with a little bit of traction on it so that your drink or whatever can of what you have does not slide back and forth in this slot. It's got a little bit of this circular thing around it as well. And that, if you get a car or a truck or anything that has that going on, I mean, like you're acting like I'm sitting there in the truck with a bottle of liquor. It's ridiculous. It's nonsensical. It never happens. We're there with a small beverage. Driving is very stressful. You have all these Somalians, and especially once we gave women the right to drive, whatever that was about. They're driving sideways at 175 miles an hour. The car's flipping around like this. It's doing the Tony Hawk 1080 spin that he won the Olympic medal for. These Somalians, you know, you see their forehead sticking out of the sunroof, so you know it's them that's doing it. Even when they got the hijab on, it doesn't help. Okay, and Somali women, they're so obese, they're wearing this hijab, and that's just looking like Megan Thee Stallion in a twerk-off, oiled up at the gold medal Olympic twerkathon, because there's so much adipose tissue that's still vibrating inside of this minivan that is spinning 1080 degrees. It's going like this. It's skipping like a rock across a lake, coming at you at 175 miles an hour. So what's my problem, okay? What's my problem that I can't have one heterosexual beer such as Coors Light, not Bud Light, because that's for transsexuals. We know that. A heterosexual light beer, maybe a nice, delicious Leinenkugels. You know, it's both got a German name and is from Wisconsin. So really, you're doubling up on the based metrics here when I'm drinking this as I drive. It's a scam in your mind. They're playing you with this thing that it's some crazy thing that's going on. It's not our fault that Mexicans can't hold their liquor. They're the ones that do the drunk driving and the car crashes. They're the ones wrapping their Home Depot rental trucks around light posts. They're probably thinking they're going to climb up it to get away from ICE because they're fucking hallucinating that they see the police behind them or something. It's not the European man's fault. Germans, we've been brewing this delicious warm beer for hundreds of years. Okay? Mexicans, they're chewing on cactuses. They're walking on their knuckles through the desert or whatever. Listen, I wasn't there to see it, but that's what I heard. Frankly, they got to figure it the fuck out. It's not our problem, okay? Once my presidency, okay, we're still on for this, by the way. That's kind of why I was a little bit like, oh shit, I hope my presidency is still cool when it was a little slow in the chat. I think they're just trying to suppress me for my political beliefs. Nothing else is new. Anyway, the right to enjoy 3 to 5 relatively light beers as a European male. That's going to be in my new constitution. I'm writing the old one. It's 250 years, okay? They didn't know what was going on. We got 5 genders now. I identify as an attack helicopter. All this bullshit's going on. They don't know what's going on anymore. We need something fresh, up to date. Okay, European men have the right to, just as you, caffeine does something to you when you drive. Oh, I want to be more like this after I had caffeine. That's not regulated, nor should it be. It's just certain people with certain genetic material, as we heard from Florian Himsel's new video game, Mugenics. He said specifically, his face came up in the game and said, "Hello, I'm Florian Himsel. And the Indio genetic people cannot handle their alcohol. That's why they drink mouthwash." And we all started applauding, as you might recall. YouTube might have cut that part out. YouTube's very high on the censorship today, so that part might have got cut out earlier. But you know, we all of us completely agree on these things. You know, Nick Fuentes, they say he's been trying to get in contact with me. He's been trying to call me. I don't know. I haven't had. It might be these. Is this who has been calling me? Is this Nick Fuentes' number? This I've had 2 missed calls from this number. It says spam risk, but it says New Jersey. Well, I mean, you know, Hispanic, Italian. I think actually it's Nick Fuentes. I think I heard he's Italian, right? This might be his number. I might have to look that up. No number docs. It is what it is, but